Hi, I am Koosje Koenen. I'm co-founder of Sketchbook School. And on today's Q&Art, I'm talking to illustrator, urban sketcher and sketchbook artist Miguel Herranz. He uses his sketchbooks as part of his adventures and as a tool to escape from the world and at the same time to study the world around him. Hi Miguel.
Hi, Kuja.
As a new member of our faculty, you will be teaching in a new Sketchbook School course called Stretching. In your class, you will show us around in Barcelona where you live and you will draw it too. And you will be using different approaches and drawing skills. So that's actually today's question I have for you, Miguel. How do I stretch my skills?
For me, the main thing to stretch your skills is to be brave and go beyond what you know. So maybe making things a bit worse as you used to in order to get more skills and, yes, stretching your limits and trying to put it further.
Stretching your skills, you can do it in many ways just by experimenting with different tools and techniques. Maybe you can talk a little bit about how other artists influence you and maybe if you mimic them or copy them and how you actually turn that into your own style then.
For me, drawing is some kind of calligraphy. At the end, you find your own hand, and copying or mimicking the work of other artists is the same as you did as a children, copying or mimicking the beautiful letters on your first books. And at the end, your personality and your style goes out, and the only thing you can do is copying is to learn some new ways, some different ways of approaching reality, maybe stretching reality or not doing it, not figuring it same as you see it with your eyes, maybe. I go to some other artists two ways. One is purely technical. When I was 17 or 18, I used to put some tracing paper and to draw over some pieces of Moebius. For example, to learn the way he had to put values with the pen and the ink in a such personal way, almost without the classical cross hatching, just putting little strokes one beside another with different, I don't know how to say, weights of line or line weights and different separations between the lines. I learned how to do this in some months after doing this. If you search some of this kind of values in the drawings I do today, you will never find this. It was a season on which I loved this. I learned how to do this. I searched for this kind of technical skills, and I tried to mimic them. But I was not afraid of how this could influence my style, because I was sure that at some moment my personality or my style or what I had to do, if it exists, if it should exist, will go out. And at the end is this would happen. The other way is, at some moments I love simply the style of some artist, and I try to mimic it, and to mimic something, something that I love. I am always balancing between straight strokes and curved strokes, and it depends on the seasons. It depends on and my drawings are full of straight strokes and this kind of more natural, more organic, and then maybe it's the mix of this that at the end will make my style, and this everything learned, drawn and taken from some other artists.
What you can do is learn style of line or the style of cross-hatching from the one artist, and then choose to use a certain color palette that you really love from another artist.
All these I take from other artists are skills. Yes, at the end, what is most important, even without very developed skills, is how do you feel and how do you approach the moment you are drawing, and the scene you are drawing, the items, the topics you are drawing. This is what at the end makes most of the drawing.
To really understand lines, for example, or a certain technique, it is good to copy it one-on-one and then take it into your own sketchbook in your own way at some point. I see it like I buy a pencil or a pen and then I start trying it out, and then I find out what way to hatch with it or how to hold it best to get the right lines from it. I just add it to my sketching gear, and then I can choose from it and combine it with the other stuff that I have there, and the sketching gear can just grow, you know. And I think that's what you do when you copy and mimic and learn from others. Is that sort of, does that make sense?
At the end, technique is just a question of time. This is the important thing, that maybe the way different artists translate their thoughts on different strokes means that they are some different way of looking that can teach you something. It's not only the strokes.
Is there anything at the moment that you are studying, or anyone you are trying to find inspiration from?
Yes, at the moment, for example, I felt I had a hole in my knowledge of how to draw clothes and fabric. And on the last days, when I had a moment, a free moment, I've been studying this kind of things. For my work as a storyboard artist, I always have the need to draw from mind. And I must have this kind of knowledge that maybe you don't need when you draw from life. But at the end, it helps you so much when you draw movement, and you can complete many of the things you see and maybe disappear so fast.
So you need to study like how other people draw clothes and fabric. And once you know that, you can move on to another gap in your knowledge or in your skills.
I am continuously making this kind of studies.
Yeah, this is helpful. Let's just all copy our favorite artists and see what happens. We will be copying you in a few weeks' time, because you are teaching in a new course, stretching. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in class.
I am very, very glad to be part of this adventure.
Looking forward to it. Thanks.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye bye.